Okay, my long awaited. I'm struggling today. Kids are they're just having a blast all the time. I've been waiting for this order. I ordered it Memorial Day weekend because they were having a huge 20% off sale. I'm like, 20% off, and this stuff I feel like is just never in stock at Sephora, and that is the LYS Beauty. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna open it up with you guys, show you kind of what I got. Shipping took a while. Like, today is the 11th, and I ordered this, I feel like I ordered this like 2 weeks ago. So I'm really excited to finally get my hands on it. All right, finally found some good lighting in the house. So this is, I opened up the box, but I haven't really delved into anything other than that. I do have the LYS foundation, which I really like the finish of. I love the application. I think it's great. I just don't think it's super long wearing as far as like 10, 12 hours. I remember I wore it for like, I think 10 or 12 hours one day, and it was looking really rough by the end of the day. But other than that, such a beautiful foundation. I love the ingredients. They use all amazing ingredients, and the price point is phenomenal. So I think I paid, how much did I pay for all of this? It doesn't even say. I think I paid like $65 with the discount. And so I have almost everything from the brand, almost everything, maybe not in all the shades, but I pretty much stocked up. So the first thing I got is this translucent setting powder. I absolutely love the packaging, how they pulled off this packaging, the ingredient list and everything with the price point. I have no idea. Oh, it even has a mirror in it, and it's a good quality mirror. So that's what it looks like. It says translucent. I feel like it just has a little bit of a tint, like it kind of looks like a little bit more of like a banana powder, but I got that. I have a blush, and this is in the shade Confident. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. This one has more of a metallic sheen, but in the same color. I love that. That's the cream blush, and that's in the shade Confident, and this is a satin matte cream blush. Wow, that's really pretty, right? I'm obsessed with cream blushes. I did order a couple of Jaclyn Hill's new blushes, so keep your eye out for that. And now I'm soon gonna have too many blushes, honestly. There comes a point where you're like, I've never hit pan on a blush before. Have you? Okay, this next product is the Secure Gripping Serum Primer. It has niacinamide in it and AHA. Wow, I love niacinamide. I didn't realize it'd be kind of like, is it clear or is it pink, or is it just pink because of the packaging? It's probably pink because of the packaging. Cool. I'm excited to try this out. I have dry skin, but in certain areas I have just normal skin, and so I'm really excited to see if that really elevates the length of makeup. And then, ooh, the No Limits matte bronze. Oh, beautiful. And that is that shade. That's going to be perfect for me. I'm a light to medium skin tone with a neutral undertone. And then the last product I got from the brand is a brush, which I was so excited about because I am a big fan of foundation brushes, makeup brushes. I think we all are. Those are some of my best performing videos. So let's see how they wrap this. I've never actually had a brush wrapped with such care. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. First off, this is beautiful. This is only $15. Isn't that crazy for a brush? It looks like synthetic bristles. Really, oh my gosh, so soft and beautiful. This is, it's a matte kind of, the ferrum is nice. This is kind of like almost silicone feeling, but wow. I could definitely get on board with all of their brushes. I wonder if they have any others. So that's what I got. And then why don't we roll into, let's try these products out and see how they work. First things first, let's go in with primer. This is the Secure Skin Gripping Serum Primer. Instantly perfect your canvas with this lightweight serum primer. Blah-de-da. Evenly apply a thin layer to skin following moisturizer. Wear alone or with makeup. Well, gee, I haven't moisturized my face today. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I need to wear SPF. So I'm gonna go in with this Tatcha Pore Perfecting Sunscreen. This is SPF 35. It's one of the only SPFs that works with my sensitive skin, but I like it because it's really, okay, it smells really nice, just really lightweight, and it's a really creamy, hydrating formula. I always tend to forget my nose, so I definitely made sure I got that. And then I'm using this Jouer Essential Lip Enhancer. It's just like a, you know, a little lip balm, which I really like. The worst is getting ready with dry lips. I don't know, I just don't like the feel. So let's go ahead and go in with the primer. This is $20. It looks really liquidy. Oh, it is very kind of jelly-like. there is no scent, which is really nice. So when I'm putting this on, it definitely feels a little bit tacky to the touch. It kind of reminds me of the Milk Makeup or e.l.f. Jelly Pop Primer. I have that right here, but it's just a little less thick, just a little, but definitely tacky. It's going to be great for our base, which I'm going to be using the LYS Triple Fix Foundation. I have a whole review on this on my channel, but the exciting thing is I'm going to be using the brush that I purchased, which who doesn't love a good foundation brush? In fact, I don't want to use it because it's so beautiful, like, oh my gosh. But let's see how it performs. My shade is the shade MN5. Wow, okay, this foundation brush, it's not messing around. So this foundation brush is only $15, and then when they were doing their sale, it was 20% off, so technically, the price of it really isn't too bad. So if you watch for sales, the thing is you can only get this on the LYS website. They don't have it at Sephora. But wow, this is looking real. I really like this foundation brush. This is what the foundation looks like on. This, for some reason, the synthetic brush hairs, how it's shaped, and the density of it really gives such a flawless foundation application. I'd say this is up there with any of my other foundation brushes that I recommend, like the ones from Real Techniques, things like that. But I will be trying it out again with other foundations, and we'll just make sure that that's what is really going on, because this is really impressive. I really like it. The primer seems to have worked well with the foundation. So far so good, right? If anything, I noticed just a little bit of patchiness on my nose, and I don't know if that's my SPF, I don't know if that's the primer, I don't know if that's the foundation or the brush. So there is no concealer into their collection yet, so I'm just gonna go in with my Rare Beauty concealer, and I'm in the shade 210N. It's one of my go-tos. That and my Hourglass. Love Hourglass if you're looking for super full coverage. What I like about the Rare Beauty concealer is it looks like you put on a lot, right? Like with my application, it looks like I put on a lot, but it blends out to like a really nice thin natural layer. And it still adds that brightening effect without being too much. Packaging with these products just get me for the price. So the translucent powder is $18. They have a few different shades that you can pick from. I just picked the shade translucent, and I'm going to go in with this Makeup by Mario brush. I believe it's the contour brush. Whoa, they don't sell it anymore, so it doesn't really matter. But I feel like it's the perfect shape to go underneath my eyes. So let's see what's happening here. I just like to set my concealer with powder. It's pressed pretty hard, and so I feel like I'm not getting a ton of product right away, but it is setting down and it seems really finely milled. These are just first impressions. Obviously, it's hard to tell with first impressions with a lot of things, but it doesn't seem to be creasing, so that is nice. I'm going to go in with a fluffier brush on the rest of my face, since this foundation, it does set down to like a satin dewy, I don't know if that makes sense, but I need a bigger brush. Here we go. This is the Morphe E41, a big dome shaped one, and I just want to put that on areas that I want to blend. It's definitely powdery. It is a powder. You can see some of the powder sticking to certain spots that I usually don't see. I don't know if that's the primer. I'm telling you, primers, they can make or break something. Sometimes they can pill up on you, but this is what it's looking. That's all I'm noticing. I'm noticing some like weird sticking right here. I don't know what that is. And a little bit around my mouth. Usually though, that can be fixed with a setting powder, so we'll just have to wait and see. Now it's time to go in with a bronzer. This is the No Limits matte bronzer. I got the shade Harmony. Once again, look at the packaging. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's always a little scary to use a new bronzer because it's like, well, this could go really well or it could go really bad. So I'm grabbing this small Morphe R40 goat hair brush because I like to take this into my crease especially today. I don't have time to do a really detailed eye look. This definitely has a red undertone. So I got the shade Harmony, which is medium. This is medium, but that still seems really dark. We'll see. Maybe I'll really love it. And then there's one shade lighter, which is light. So we will just have to wait and see. All right, the moment of truth. I'm going in with a Morphe M527. It's just this little dome-shaped synthetic hair brush. I really do like natural hair brushes as well for bronzer, but I want something a little more precise to see how this applies. So what I like so far about this bronzer is it's not so pigmented that it's scary to use. It's just that undertone that's a little different for me, because I'm not used to a red bronzer undertone. I'm actually going to go in with my natural hair brush and see if that applies a little easier. A little bit. So this is the M527 by Morphe. This is one of my favorite go-to bronzing brushes. So this is with the bronzer on. I did try to do a little bit of a nose contour. It's not the best bronzer to nose contour with, but I'll be able to clean it up with some powder. Overall, it blended out pretty easily. It's just honestly the undertone it's red. It's a red undertone. And honestly, with bronzers, I do like a more either cool toned or a very light, warm undertone, which, you know, I've got my Milani. This is cool toned. This is a great one. Butter bronzer, great one. So that's my only caveat. I don't know if this will be like my go-to bronzer, just because that undertone is so, like, it's just so red. But with that being said, let's continue on. I'm going to hop off camera, do my brows, and then we're going to get into, I think it's the last product that I have from them is the cream blush, because I didn't get their lip product, which I thought I got everything from them. But yeah, so that's pretty much the last product so far. Okay, my brows are done. I just did some brow powder, and then I used my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze, which is amazing. It's like the best brow, I don't know what it's called, styling wax I've ever used. It actually stays up, works, and I've tried quite a bit. So I'm going in with this shade. This is the cream blush. It's the Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in the shade Confident. And it's absolutely beautiful. I love cream blushes, and so what I usually like to do is I'll take the same brush I used for, oh wow, my crease, and I'll pop some of that in my crease, and that is gorgeous. Wow. Usually a synthetic hair brush works better with blushes, and I'll be using that on my face, but wow, that's really pretty. Here we are. So this is the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill JH04 synthetic brush. I like it because it's tapered at an angle and the bristles aren't super dense, and so you're able to really blend out and not apply too much pigment. The truth, guys. Ooh, okay. This goes on really strong. Like, there's no messing around. It is really pigmented. So be careful. Go in with a very light hand. I wouldn't say it's the easiest cream blush to blend out that I've ever used, and it's really strong. That bronzer is still going so strong on my nose. I'm gonna have to figure out something how to get rid of that. So the product that kind of made a dent in it is my Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. Okay, so my makeup is completely done. I'll have everything linked down below that I use that's not LYS. I use my L'Oreal Double Extend Mascara as well as a Fenty lip gloss. And then I went in with my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Setting Mist, which is obviously just such an amazing product. Overall thoughts and first impressions as far as these products go. Love the foundation brush. I think it's so amazing so far. I just love it. I can't wait to try it out with other foundations. The setting powder, I'm not quite sure yet. What I like about it is it does not look heavy underneath my eyes, which for a lot of setting powders is really hard to find. So far, so good. The primer, I don't know about this primer. There are some interesting things with the powder and foundation going on that I'm like, I've never had that happen before with this foundation. So that might be the primer. I'm just gonna keep trying it out and see, but I do like the texture of it. Blush, super strong, a little harder to blend than your average cream blush, but the pigment is there and it is beautiful. I just don't know quite yet about that. And then of course the bronzer, which we've already talked about. The undertone is strange to me. It just is. I don't know if it's going to be my go-to bronzer. We'll see. Maybe I just have to work with it more. It wasn't the easiest bronzer to blend out, but it also wasn't the hardest bronzer to blend out. So that's just kind of where I stand with it. But let me know what you think. What are your thoughts? Have you tried out these products before? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next one. Bye.